Morning, this is Keith from White Rose Canoe. I'm up in north of Stowe, Vermont at the Green River Reservoir, which is out here, which I am told by the guys at Umiak Canoe and Kayak, a local store, that this is about the prettiest place to paddle. And I just met two swimmers who just came in from doing a couple of miles on the water, and they absolutely agree. So I'm looking forward to getting out and seeing what this is like. Who would have expected that a guy from White Rose Canoe in Newbury, Mass, paddling on a lake in Vermont would meet the brother of the owner of Quapaw Canoe, which is a Voyager canoe operation operating on the southern Mississippi River. Strange things. I'm paddling today the Chestnut Playmate that I had out on my last time as well. As you can see, I've got it pretty thoroughly rigged. I'm just figuring some stuff out about rigging a wooden canvas that has gunnel slots and those kind of things. So starting at the bow, the black and white rope is just a loop I put through there to give me something to tie my painters on. Painters are secured to the seat with a bungee so they don't get out and become entangled. That's my go bag, and the red one that's strapped to the seat. A couple, 3 paddles. I'm out by myself. I like to try, at least I have 2, and today I felt like 3, so those are 3 paddles. And then life PFD and phone case, map of the region, my small canvas bucket that's got a couple of drag bags in it in case I need some ballast, sponge, first aid kit, that kind of stuff. And then a rear painter, bungee to where I can easily grab it from where I'm sitting, and attached to the same kind of a loop. So that's what I'm taking out. This is a Chestnut Playmate, as I think I said, and I'm finding it to be a really amazing boat to paddle. It's fairly narrow, 31, but very, very stable, and just slides through the water. So anyway, go out to see what we can see. Pretty, pretty, pretty. A little windy, not too bad. Gonna be manageable, I hope. And just taking a shot down there in the background at the bottom of that V that's hard to see from here is where I launched from. Just came around the corner of that little island into a little channel that the 2 swimmers I met told me about. So we'll float in through here for a bit and go around an island and head back along the way. But it's just really pretty. I'm hoping I'm going to zoom in a bit to see. You can see there's that little rock outcropping, and then there's more island behind that. One of the problems also when you're navigating on the water is that you can't always tell perspective-wise what's in front of another thing. So that rock is actually separated from the trees that you see directly behind it by another channel. It's a kind of a little island out there. So you really have to kind of pay close attention when you're out looking across the water to see understand what's really you're seeing. Classic Green Mountain kind of lake scenery with the granite showing, and you can see how it's folded and layered, folding, cracked going up. Just what you see in the woods in Maine. It's just, I'm sorry, Vermont and Maine. It's early. Anyway, it's just pretty. I mean, it's just pretty. So this one is just paddled in from the main body out there. And again, it's just one of those little coves you see. In fact, you can see there's a little sneak through in the back there. And just little dotted spots. It's so quiet. There are a few birds in the background. I mean, does it get much better? I've just joined a couple of loons paddling through the water. Really quite quiet, quite nice. Hopefully they'll sound off for me without scaring me. And one of them just dove, the other one's feeding there. Yeah, really nice. Well, now you see why they're blowdowns. Shallow roots trying to grow on that rock. Didn't work real well for them. Not sure what the stuff is on the trees, but there's a bit of it spread around, as you can see. And it's obviously not good. So I'm just hiding from the wind for a minute or two here. Got a real good fetch on the other side of this little island that I just crossed sideways, and wasn't bad. A little bit of ripples and waves coming at me. A couple of them were falling back on themselves, but not real whitecaps or anything. But it's nice to have a little break here, and in fact you can kind of see what's rolling by a little bit over here, maybe. So I'm going to shoot straight across. That's the mainland here. I'm tucked behind this little island, like I said. And then I'm going to turn to the right and scoot up along the coast, hopefully getting a little bit of lee as I'm going, and heading back towards the launch, completing a loop here, probably a mile and a half or so. Don't have scale on the map, so it's hard to tell. But again, really pretty day out. Had some loons calling. You may not be able to see, but I'm going to zoom in. Kind of a Vermont chalet right there. Okay, up on the hill. I think that's about the only developed house in the area. Let me see if you can see. And there's the river bottom, the lake bottom. Crystal clear water, as you would expect in a nice reservoir. And yes, I keep saying it. It's just a really pretty day. Okay. And now you can get a little idea of the wind that's blowing up there, and why I'm tucked in behind this little spit of an island here, which is closed for restoration. Who knew? All right, on to the next one. All right, now you can see a little bit better what's going on out there in the fetch. You can see me spinning around. My nose clears. So I got another little tuck-in spot here. Just nicely planted in among the ferns and everything. Clear bottom, it's nice sun. You could hang out here for a while. There's a really good fetch, and you can, I don't know if, let me zoom in a little bit, see if you can see what's going on. You're seeing the backs of most of it, that's why it's not particularly dramatic. But the pretty good long fetch coming down sort of this way. And so I'm tucked in behind on a little island. You can see there's a campsite across the way, by the way. A lot of camping sites on the reservoir, and the day fee is only $5. I didn't ask what the camping fees are, but out on the islands and stuff, they're all well marked. Look like be good spots. I just passed one on the big island that was just beautiful. It was facing east, so you're going to get the rising sun in the morning, warm you up. Good shadow probably during the evening. Cast down and all that kind of stuff. It's just would be a really pleasant spot. It's number 31 if you're asking for references. Anyway, just still having a good day. So now I've got to, what I have to do is I have to go and see if I can get my finger in the picture. Here we go. Oops, let's zoom back out. So what I'm going to do is I have to go around and curve around that tip and head back. I can find it on the map here. Yeah. So if you look at the map, the star by my thumb is where I'm going, and I'm probably right over about where my thumb is here. So I just have to go around that headland. The wind is coming from the number 25, pretty much right down that chute you can see between heading towards where it says Green River Reservoir. So it's a pretty good fetch. Ooh, got somebody talking above me. Anyway, so that's what's up. Now look, we got a welcoming home arch waiting for us here to go under, just on the way back to the launch. Kind of cool for the island to do that for me. And here we are back home, and you can probably hear the wind a little bit. So, really nice paddle, as you probably could tell from the gushing I was doing as I was going around. It's just a really pretty spot. Highly recommend it if you're ever up in the Stowe area. It's easy to get to, a little bit's on dirt road, but it's very well maintained. Really nice guys at the gate, good facilities all around, and a nice launch, as you can see. So well worth the trip up, and a lot of a chance to explore a pretty good lake. It's the Green River Reservoir, north of Stowe. So really nice paddle. So enjoy it. A couple things looking at the rigging here that I'm going to do a little bit different. One is on the painters, Right now, the way they're rigged, if I were to pull them towards me, the painter line would be under the bungee. So what I'm going to do is flip them around so that the painter line comes in from this side here, and on the stern again from this side, so that from the seat, if I had to reach and grab and pull, it would come free and there wouldn't be any entanglement with the bungee. So that's one thing I learned out here. These grab hooks handles that I just put in, thank you 3 Minutes with a Maine Guide for that idea. And those are going to work really good as anchor points for the painters, as well as handles to carry and those kinds of things. You can use the decks, but you can also use that, another place to grab. And I think that's it for today. If you want to see this boat, you can, and you're down in the Newbury, Mass area, we're more than happy. We have it in our demo fleet. And one of the reasons theirs is so you can get a feel for what a wooden canvas boat feels like when you're paddling. So come on down to the shop, White Rose Canoe, and hope to see you soon.